Okay, welcome. We just have time tonight for pretty much what we normally have time for. I really don't understand whenever I watch that Last Week Tonight show. John Oliver always starts out the same way, but then the show's just as long as it always is. So obviously there's time for everything. Anyway, I'll probably be coughing and hacking like everybody's favorite ninja from New Jersey. It's a lot of pollen. I've never really had allergies before in my life, but my car's yellow instead of black, so I figure, well, there must be some pollen. Anyway, what you're looking at is the experiment that I started a while back. I bought 3 really nice females, actually, from, I don't know if it was PetSmart, I think, for like $2.50 a piece. And I could tell they were hit. I really had no idea what they were hit by because there was only females in that tank. So I got a couple of half black ones. This is one of the originals in the middle there, and a grayish one. And just figured, you know what, I'll put these things in a 5-gallon bucket with some plants and see what I get. So the bucket is actually full of guppies. They've each female's had a number of batches, and I took out the nicer looking males. It's obviously we have a few that are. I'll start with this one since he gets in the way. I don't really know what this is. It's like a half gray something. It's not dark enough to be black. The dorsal's not very good. The color is interesting though, so I'm gonna keep them around. This is another one I'm getting a bunch of. It's like it's a half black AOC, I guess. It's not real uniform, and the dorsal doesn't match the tail. But you know, there may be something to work with there. This one's a little bit better. There's some spotting in the dorsal. You can see that they started as part of a snakeskin or cobra skin, and you can see that little bit of a pattern on the upper body part. So a couple of females look a little different. These are from the first batch, excluding the very large one. This male's interesting. I have no idea what that is. Never seen anything like it before. And this female is kind of like a grayish back end of the body. So anyway, this is a $7.50 experiment, and I have a ton of fish in that bucket. They're going to be going outside actually for the summer into a 10-gallon container or tub. So we'll see how that goes. Next up is a cross that I kind of hinted at in the comments. A couple of people seem to have figured it out before I even said anything about it. I think they snuck into my fish room while I was sleeping or sneezing or eating. Anyway, these are black Moscow females. I don't know where the other one went. And obviously that's a pingu male. So, I did the cross both ways. I have another tank with a black Moscow male and 2 pingu females. The females are filling up. I've actually had them together for 3 weeks now, so there'll be some babies in about a week. I don't know what they'll be. If they're tiny and black, then they're obviously Moscow babies, because these females were hit before I put them in. And they look good though. Everybody's looking good in this. It's just a small, like a 1-gallon container with some thick leaf water spray. And it seems like every time I film a video with an update on things and say the female will probably have babies soon, they pretty much have babies like that night or the next day. Because the next part of this video I'll add in was a fast update on the Shubel Blue Deltas and the Shubel Full Greens. There was a few babies in the Blue Delta tank. So it was very fast. It was actually about 6 hours after I filmed that video 5 days ago. So anyway, that's one of the other crosses going on. See if I can get, this guy doesn't seem to want to get out of here. Alright, he ain't moving. So this is going to be a very boring part of the video. You can see it's a red lace snakeskin. There's a couple of females in there. I don't know why they're hiding in the plants. There goes the first throat clearing. See if I can do this with one hand without electrocuting myself or killing myself. Alright, move it around, bud. Alright, there's a couple of females. There's the male. I don't know why he's hanging in the plants, the lazy bum. Another female in there somewhere. So this one's got a little time to go. It's kind of going to be a half secret cross. I'm not going to tell you what the other half is yet until I see some babies in there. So anyway, so it's a Russian red lace snakeskin. It's actually the one I sent to the Chicago show, and I didn't want to put him in with the general population. So I, if I can get a better look at him. So I put him in actually with a cross in a 1 gallon tank. There we go. That's him. And he looks pretty good. And that's one of the other females. There's not really any body color on these females. That might give you a hint on what they are. They're not pingus, although that's an idea next. So anyway, this one's progressing. You can see these females are definitely full. Definitely have gravid spot going on, so they've been hit. And we'll see what happens. And then the next update, which we still have time for updates. Who knew? This is the 3 pair I took out, and this is a cross I made of a Galaxy female with black Delta males, which are just half black males, 3/4 black males, whatever people want to call them. So it appears like this one's got a little bit of a crappy caudal edge, but they are orange-tailed half black AOCs, any other colors. So you can see the upper part of the body there, the guy that just went flying somewhere. Shows a little bit of a cobra skin pattern, which is from the Galaxy Guppies, Medusa, Nebula Steel, whatever the heck you want to call them. But these are 3 very promising males, and the 3 females I picked are all half black. They've been hit. I don't know if it's by these males or not, because I just set this cross up. I have some Java moss in there and a little bit of water sprite, and the filter is disconnected for the video. But I'm really liking these. If the next generation is coming out like this, then I'll start selling some. Not sure what to call them. Probably half black orange leopards maybe. I'd like to see a little bit more spotting in the dorsal, but I think that'll happen. These are very young. These are 3 months old. And no complaints. A great cross for... I had a couple extra Galaxy females and a couple of extra Black Delta males. And mainly because I culled the Black Delta males because one of them showed a spot in the tail, so I wanted him out of there. And the other one was more like a veil tail. So as I said in past videos, I do my crosses with fish from an excellent line, but ones that I've culled. So this is pretty nice. Let me know if you like it. It's a little unusual. I've seen orange tail spotted half black guppies before, but normally they don't get long tails. These will probably end up being a delta tail. Right now I'd say they're veil tails. The angle of the back of the tail edge is not quite 80%, I guess. I wouldn't make them a delta. I'd say they're veils, but very nice. This is really interesting. And, you know, it's not something I'm going to do anything with except sell some. So anyway, thanks for being patient and for my terrible John Oliver impersonation with no English accent whatsoever. And hey, I didn't cough, so I must be getting better. I'll finish the video with a few minutes of the Shubel Blue Deltas and the Shubel Full Greens, and thanks for watching. Actually the Blue Deltas, Shubel Blue Deltas have been in my tank a couple of days now, and they've colored up really nicely. They've adjusted to my water, which is a Philly way of saying water, which I think most people say water. Same thing. Anyway, they look really good, and I just fed them some live baby brine shrimp, And see if I can find them. I looked at the top there. If I can track them down, there's a couple of babies in there already. Alright, this is becoming like a treasure hunt. I don't see them. There's one. And you can see the, trying to hold this camera steady. There you can see one of them. And already got a pink stomach from eating the live baby brine shrimp. There's a few of them in there. And I will get them out tomorrow because it's midnight now on, what, the 5th? About to be Monday. But these are such a gorgeous shade of blue. The bodies are nice and big on the males. Fins are perfect. Really super fantastic fish. So first plan after I get some babies to grow out is I'm going to cross both ways into my half black, blue or purple or whatever they are, to see if I can get them to be more of a blue. And then some other ideas down the line. The full greens are out a little bit more. Of course, right now they're not. They still kind of look a little bit blue to me in the water, but at least they're swimming around now. But fantastic fish. That's it's not a Moscow, and there's full color all the way up to the eyes. The other one's just kind of hanging out in the back there. See if I can get it closer, but they're definitely swimming around. They do show some green at times, and they should have more color once they relax a little bit. And I'm really looking forward to getting some babies out of these, because I have some cross ideas for them once they start showing up. But it's going to be a little while, because I believe he said this female was a virgin, so it's going to be at least 30 days from the last couple days before I'll see any babies out of them. So anyway, it's just an update on the two new strains, and I'll try to jumble this together with a couple other videos.